So I just got done watching this video with this girl, and she's joking. Cause she one of those content creators, and she talk about real shit too. She said, "Man, I talk a lot of shit online to people, and I just tell them how it is." And she say, and because I do this, you know, I forget that I'm a normal civilian, and I walk the streets because I've been all over this country. We have a passport, and now we're about to start going out of the country, except for you need way more money. You need way more money to do that, but the money would go much further than it actually would traveling throughout this country. But long story short, she says, I'm just a normal civilian person. She said, so the girl was like, some girl commented on her post, and the girl was like, well, you talk all this shit, but I know where you be at, so I'm just gonna come up and beat your ass. And she's like, well, you can do that. You just gotta come and say all that to my face when you see me. And it's like, it made me think about me, because I definitely be mad wild in these comments, especially these white folks and these house niggas. Yo, I would let them know straight up front, like, your whole family can get this work. Like, brother, sister, well, my brother is a big time. I don't care how big that nigga is, because what I do know about the knees is it don't matter. Matter of fact, the bigger the person, the easier it is to take out those knees. And I'm a wrestler, and I know exactly how to break a big man down. You know, so it made me think about it, because I have the same perception. And since I talk about the biggest things that matters, the things that are biblical according to the Negro race of people, the things that they erase and hide. And this offends a lot of niggas, because niggas are stupid. And niggas are only getting dumber. You know, it's 2026. I figure, well, niggas should be about smarter by now. Niggas should have some more awareness of all the stuff that's going on. Everything that everyone was talking about is coming to pass. It's being done. You can see it in the world. You can't even deny this shit no more. So you should almost be on board with the reckoning, the reckoning that's coming. But they're not. And matter of fact, they're doubling down on it. And it makes me, it's like, you're stupid as fuck. And so, yeah, and I have the same mentality. And I tell people, what I say is, I would defend that shit in real life, in public, to the death. You're going to have to be ready to die. And that's why I hate with these people, because they will never challenge you one-on-one in a very fair setting. They will always come out in public because they want to put on a show. I hate those type of people that want to put on a show. They always want to put on a show. They always want to put on a scene. They want to put on a site. And it's like me, I want things to be done in person and privately, because I would defend to the death. That means with me, someone will die that day. And most people don't have that mentality, except for those thugs and gangsters. Those are really the only people that have what they would call a suicide mentality like that. A suicide mentality where whatever you believe in, you gonna die for that shit. If I gotta die today for it, nigga, you gonna die for it. Of course, you have intelligence and you have ways to navigate those situations. But at the end of the day, like that girl is, if a motherfucker run up on me, I'm gonna defend it to the death, because what I said shouldn't offend you if you weren't so goddamn stupid. So it's not me that's offended. It's the fact that you're a fucking dumbass, and you need to take that into consideration. You need to take that into consideration. For example, I've been going out of this state, well, for the last 4 years. We traveled to Virginia, then we went on the West Coast, we did Arizona, we did a little California, and then we ran out of money in Dallas, Texas. But long story short, this motherfucker stole my bike years ago. He stole my money years ago. And then gonna come around and say, oh, I put this bike here, so if it's gone, I know you took it. And it's like, nigga, I haven't spoke to you because I like to mind my business. But people, one thing about the chosen, when you love to mind your business and be by yourself, people love to try to drag you into their bullshit. Drag you into their fucking useless, pointless existence of lives. It's like, ain't nobody thinking about you or that motherfucking bike. But now that I think about it, you still owe me money and you stole from me. So if I wanted to take that shit, what's you gonna do about it? I'm gonna stump you the fuck out and I'm gonna take my shit back. And you lucky I didn't take the shit back the day you took the shit. See, I already showed you mercy and practice what I preach in the good faith of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And to me, a bike is not really worth dying over. It's worth beating a nigga's ass over. But I'm not, when I say I put everything to the death, I'm not gonna go out there and I'm not willing to die over a motherfucking bike, you stupid dumbass nigga. You know, and so this is what I say when it's 2026 and niggas shouldn't be this goddamn dumb. Especially when you're up in age. And once you hit your 30s, see, I fucked around in my 20s. I fucked around in my teens. I fucked around in my 20s. And then it's in my, well, 35. So it's now when the money is there and we are now doing well. And on top of all that traveling that we did at the young age. But at long story short, niggas shouldn't still be this stupid. It shouldn't be. And I understand exactly what that girl was saying when she said, well, I be under people's comments and I talk the most shit under people's comments. And she said, I forget that I'm just a normal civilian and I walk around every day by myself. And, you know, because I'm that nigga. I've been by myself since I've been a real nigga since I've been 13. I've been by myself since I've been 13, taking care of my little brothers and sisters. No, fuck that bullshit, man. Nah. These niggas, this new generation of Negroes, and they were birthed by see, the niggas we was beefing with in high school, them niggas had children. So now that beef is carried down to their children. I hate their children and I still hate that nigga. The fuck both of y'all. Fuck that whole goddamn family. And that's how that shit go. Especially when you be in those small towns where you got to see these ugly motherfuckers every day. You know their children, their daughters, fuck all of them. And that's how that shit go. And I'm one of those dudes, you're not going to run up on me and think that I'm not going to defend it. That we're going to catch him. No, sir, you won't catch me like it. I would definitely see you come in and we would get that get down, period.